than friends, less than lovers, pals. Oh, yeah.
Dummy, you're a boy, man, I'm big, doors, goes, and gonna be a big someday. I don't want your face, big disgrace, kicking your ball all over the place, singing, we will, pal you. Guys, I want you to know that probably 2 minutes leading up to this intro, I was going, don't sing. Don't sing. Mentally, not out loud.
Yeah, we hadn't said it aloud, but we were both, we try to challenge ourselves as creatives and as, podcast hosts to not open with a song every time.
Sometimes we don't make that. Sometimes
we say every time, and we haven't done it every time. I'm pretty sure last week we didn't open with a song.
We haven't. But we did have an opening for this. We literally wrote an opening line.
Oh, right. Okay, can you guys
just pretend like okay, so pretend like that was like the warm up, that wasn't us.
Yeah, but you can see kind of that there's a theme going, right?
Yeah.
To our audio listeners, hop on over to YouTube, or if you want to wait for a surprise, I guess you can do that too. How are you guys listening? Are there people that are doubling up? Let us know. Anyways, let's get to the
Here we go.
Yup. It's a metaphor.
Oh.
Play ball, pals.
We are doing a metaphor episode, and we figured it was best to just rip the Band-Aid off.
I think it's best for most situations to just let people know up front, hey, you're walking into a metaphor.
Hey, caution, up ahead, metaphor. Right up ahead. Actually, and that kind of happened to us this weekend. We came along a path, and someone said, hang on. There's something ahead you might want to be aware of. And we'll tell you what that thing is a little bit later in it. But
a little bit later.
The point is, this is a warning.
This is a warning that this is a metaphor.
Okay?
Okay? And that's okay. You're safe. You're fine. We're going to take you there gently. But it's a sports metaphor above all else.
It's our first
sports episode.
It's our first
pretty
sports
exciting.
episode,
And as you can tell by everything about us, we are super sporty.
Honestly, we're good sports.
We're great sports.
Cut to us playing games, losing. So mad.
That's not true. We don't get mad when we lose.
I'll lean into it. I'll be like, I'll lean into bad, but I'll be like,
it's like
wow, I'm doing bad.
When we start leaning into be bad, that'll be a whole animated movie series. Am I right? DreamWorks, call us.
Oh, of us playing sports poorly?
Just like the bad guys, I mean. Just being bad sports. Like if we decide to be bad sports.
Oh, our whole villain arc.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Our villain arc, we are going to sign with DreamWorks, though, for our villain arc.
Point is,
sorry,
it's our first ever sports episode.
Yeah, and you know us. We love media. We love all of that. And
I just thought of another sports metaphor. We were saying we were going to open with going through all of the sports, not sports metaphors, but sports like.
That's where I'm heading. That's where I'm taking it.
I thought of a new one, though, that we're going to be psyched about, though.
Oh, hell
Can I start singing it while you're continuing to explain?
Okay. So we decided, because you know us, we have a lot of things that we think about when it comes to sports or anything in general. And because of that, we would just like, for your sake, to get all of our references out of the way. And it's not a lot for sports stuff, to be clear. But we just want to get those out of the way up top. So this is just going to be us referencing sports things real quick, just from the top.
Rising up. This is the montage of all the sports.
All the montage,
all
the ones
we
that
know from sports movies.
You're killing me, Smalls.
That was really good.
Frankly, can I be honest? I held back.
Oh, let it loose, baby. Yeah. And it's warm-ups. We're warming up. We're stretching. It's a montage. Again, this happens in sports movies. If you're unfamiliar, there's always a montage of them warming up and getting ready. And that's what's happening right now, baby. Here we go.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Whoa.
But I still... Wow.
Sorry.
You guys hear that clang? Wow. Okay. No, let's just keep moving. We have
Rudy. That's a rugby movie, and that's the only part I remember because the movie is called Rudy.
There's no crying in baseball.
Guys, Melissa can really embody the panic distress that Tom Hanks feels that whole movie. I think that would be amazing. Wait a minute. Are those some angels in the outfield?
That wasn't ever quoted in that movie, however, you get it.
What team?
Wildcats!
What team?
Wildcats!
I want you to know that came to us pretty late. And I was like,
and then one of our personal favorites, Whammy!
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 You got a bat, brother. Do it.
Whammy!
That feels dangerous, and I'm not gonna hit you.
That is a reference to Anchorman 1, 2, and just 1 and 2. We'd love a third
Does
one if
he
you guys
say
want to
he
hit us
says
with that.
it in the first one too?
Yeah, it's like a sports
That's good.
thing.
Honestly, I just have watched the second one so many more times.
We've watched the second Anchorman too. We've talked about it a lot. We've watched the second Anchorman a large number of times. Anyways, guys,
we get a kind of rush watching the second Anchorman that I could equate to how we felt this weekend.
yes,
Can I say that?
because I think you can. Because what we're also going to say right now is that we had a bit of a grand slam of a weekend. We're talking bases loaded. All right, we got Friday
Bases are
night, we got
loaded.
Saturday night, we got Sunday night. All right.
Everybody's getting ready to go home, and we step up to the bat. Yeah, they say, the announcer goes, whoa, they're doing something that's never been done in baseball history. They're stepping two to the bat.
At the same time, holding one bat.
One bat, folks.
It's a bit of a duck walk they're having to do.
It doesn't look easy. It looks way harder.
But make no mistake, they have clearly rehearsed it.
Here they go.
Wow!
And grand slam! That's how this weekend
That's
felt.
how this weekend felt. We're gonna just walk you through it real quick. But the bottom line is we got out there. We got out on the field this weekend.
And we were watching sports movies.
And I don't mean that in like a dating metaphor. This is just the metaphor of the field of life.
the field of life.
The field
There's
of
a
the
lot
world
going on in the field
around
of
you.
life. You could
So
hop around.
we're gonna tell you about our weekend, and we're gonna encourage you hopefully to play a little ball with your life.
Yeah. Because we watched Sandlot at the top of the weekend.
Yeah.
And the end of the weekend, we watched F1. And they were both kind of sportsy movies. They
Very
got a
different
similar vibe.
versions of sports movies.
Very
but still,
different.
just wildly different. But there is that core element of sport.
Sport
to it.
is kind of the heartbeat of both of those films.
Yeah.
And so we will be dissecting those later.
Yeah,
but
more on F1 later, because it was. I'll tell you this, it was a shock to me.
more on F1 later.
We'll see you down the road.
Yeah. Hey. If you've seen F1, you'll get that.
You'll get
If you've seen F1, you'll get that. Okay, so we had a Grand Slam of weekend. We started it off with a little party on this long weekend. We had some people over for a barbecue.
Barbecue, lovely. We got to see some old pals that like hadn't stopped by in a minute, and
Yep.
so it was great to see them. And also, it was the kind of party where it was like come and go whenever. It wasn't very like,
Yeah.
But it ended with watching the Sandlot outside,
And
which
we
was
said
wonderful.
we have a backyard,
Yeah.
we have a grill, and we have a Costco membership.
yeah,
Let's get
a
this
new
going.
Costco membership. And if
Fresh.
I may say, Costco, let's step up the photo ID portion of that, because when
yeah.
you just I knew I was gonna have to take a picture. I prepared myself. I've never seen a worse picture in my life.
Honestly, Costco, a good, I don't want to say strategy, but I think something that would work well for your brand is to adhere to the girlies. I think if you
Yes.
had a cuter setup, and it doesn't have to be crazy, but just like
No.
a way that's like meant to celebrate you.
Yeah,
When you take your photo
How
for your
about this?
Costco membership card.
I think a great place to start is instead of a wall that doesn't even go up to the back of my neck, that's like two different panels. How about we just get one of those rolling blue things down that they have at CVS?
Yeah.
Get one of those, and how about this? Pop a little baby ring light onto
your
your
background.
little webcam you're using. And that will change the whole vibe, because then I know I'm able to lock in. You didn't have me ready to lock in for
and
that.
let
I was
the
off
girlies lock
guard.
in. They're ready. They're prepared.
Yes, they're ready.
But you're
And-
not giving them the right.
And if you give the right girly a hot enough picture opportunity, she'll post it. And I'm not saying that I would have posted mine, but
But the right girl
the
would.
right girl
The girl who's going
would.
to get you members. Okay, so
right.
that's how this weekend felt. We had the barbecue because Millicent journeyed through Costco alone with her new badge of honor.
If I may make any recommendation to anybody ever, do not go to Costco for your first time, especially like in this Costco in particular, the day before 4th of July. That was a rookie mistake on my part. And
you had to go alone.
I'm going
I
to be
did feel
honest,
bad
I
about
was
that.
terrified.
You know.
Every aisle I turned, I was scared, because those, and I appreciate. Listen, the aisles are large, but the carts are too.
She was gone too, guys, for I was working, but when she was gone for the amount of time where I was like, whoa, she's been gone for a minute. Like, not just like, oh, she went to the grocery store and, oh, there were some lines. It was like, whoa.
Guys.
I don't know if I've been at a store for
Yeah.
that long in a minute.
There was a special camaraderie there, though, because I had a moment where I went up to a group of men and I was like, excuse me, where did you find those packs of only 24 hot dogs? I would like to not buy a pack of 62, but I can only find these hot dogs here. And they pointed me over to where to go. And then later on, when I was in line, somebody came up to me and said, excuse me, where did you find that multi-pack of condiments that's not just the organic ketchup that I found in this aisle? And I was able to say, it's not going to make any sense where it is.
No.
Go to the bakery section in the middle, next to the tortilla chips that are gluten-free. You will find them.
I think when I finally went to IKEA as a kid, which I was pretty old by the time, like we just didn't have one in
Yeah.
my hometown. You had to drive pretty far to get to one. But when we did get to one, I was little like, is no rhyme or reason here. And I was like, in a way that I was a little like, what? You guys need to get a little more organized.
But IKEA puts the arrows on the floor, and I think Costco would really benefit from some arrows on the floor, and not in a like people can't handle it, just in a like I think it will actually help the flow of the place because it is pandemonium.
Love the samples though. I want to get that
Love
out
the
there. I want
samples.
to make sure that opinion.
There was a lady passing out free diapers. She was passing out packs of free
That's
diapers.
kind of lovely.
And I was like, it was the same. I would love it if it wasn't. It was just like somebody that would randomly cut open a box and was like, samples.
Wow, that's almost more beautiful. Well, they're like, no, they didn't buy it.
Costco is also one of the ones that's on my. I don't dislike shopping here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel gross shopping at Costco.
Feel for the people.
I feel like I'm with the people when I'm at Costco.
So,
anyways,
that's how it started. Sorry, we're at the beginning. Then we each kind of made a special thing for this little backyard barbecue. I made cowboy caviar, which is like, it's just kind of chopped up like veggies and garlic, and it's good.
It's so
it's good, and some beans.
I
really good.
I made a fruit cookie pizza situation for the first time. Had to improvise accidentally.
And did she ever?
Somehow read unsalted butter as salt, so I'd put way more salt in something than when I tasted the frosting, expecting a sweet surprise. It was really salty. But then I was able to find heavy whipping cream, some more cream cheese, and I was able to Mod Podge some stuff, add some yogurt in there.
Whoa, that all happened that night? You did the salt thing
that day, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, I just kind of chopped my veggies and like mixed them all together.
Yeah, but you rocked it.
And it was a red vinegar. That is the secret, folks. So
then the next day we had that.
Good
stayed
vibes.
Up late. It was nice. Then the next day we woke up and well, actually we didn't have to wake up early. For me, I did have to set an alarm for myself because we stayed up late the night before. But we went on a hike.
That was the nice thing about that party was it didn't really feel strenuous. We were just kind of vibing.
It
we had
was
a little
chilling.
campfire. We had s'mores.
Yeah, we were on the field, but we were on home base. You know. There
we
it
were
is.
chit-chatting with people we don't get to see all the time. But so Saturday, we didn't have to wake up that early.
No.
Which was nice.
No, yeah, it was great. And then we met up with some friends and we went on a hike. It was about a 30-minute, 40-minute drive away. Yeah. So I guess you could say we were in the outfield.
Woo! That metaphor ain't gonna quit.
We were in the outfield for this one, but we played the game at a lovely, I think my favorite hike I've done since being in LA.
Every time I've been like one of my top favorite hikes, I'm like, what hike
Actually,
is better
no,
than
it
this?
is just my favorite hike.
This is my favorite one I've done.
Yeah, picture this.
Picture it.
Shade, I would say 80 to 90% of the time, you're under shade.
I've been telling people 95% of the time.
I think that's fair.
Because even on our way back, the part that we thought was going to be in the sun ended up being the shade because of the time of day we went. Yeah. It was like, what a lovely gift.
Yeah. It had just the right amount of, if I fell off, I could very easily fall, but at the same time, I'm hiking, so I get to, I'm aware of my body, and I'm not going to. And then there was also, there's a coverage, and then there was a creek running the whole way because you're on your way to, a waterfall.
So from the get-go, we stopped within the first 5 minutes, and we're like, let's get in the water.
We were splashing.
I
was
slipped
awesome.
in, and then I was like, well, my feet are wet. I may as well enjoy this.
Yeah, Maddie embraced it, and I loved watching my brother embrace that.
Because wearing shoes in a creek is freeing because you're like, I'm not worried about cutting my foot. I can run.
Yeah. That's great. No, that was huge. And you inspired me to change into my shoes that I remembered that I had these shoes forever. And I was like, these have good drainage.
It's the
I'll
forever
be able to wear them.
shoes that got the good drainage. Everybody's got them.
Everybody's got a pair of shoes. Yeah. Hey, believe me, if you're thinking I ain't got a shoe with good drainage, look closer.
Look way in the back of your closet. You still got them.
Yeah, they're still there, baby.
So the hike was great. We had a lively nature journey.
Yeah.
Lots of we played with a lot of sticks. We played with a lot of rocks.
Throwing a lot of rocks into a lot of bodies of water and all going, ooh, yeah, that was good.
Like that plop.
Yeah, lots of good nature engagement.
Got to a waterfall.
Also, scampering over stones, over streams is so much fun.
So much fun.
Oh, just really getting
seeing a lot of dogs along the way. Dogs that are having
the
greatest day of life they've ever lived.
They have streams they can be running through. They're all smiling so big, half wet.
From the chest down at least.
Oh, yeah.
Big dogs, little dogs, smiling ear to ear.
It is funny when you see a smaller dog on a hike being carried by their owner, and it's like, this was a favor for you to be here, and you need to understand that.
And they're getting a little hot, but they're still having a good time.
Yeah, they're having a great time, though.
So, beautiful hike, great group. At the end, though,
we're walking and we see this guy with a the dog the size of the dog in the Sandlot, crazy big. And he goes, hey, just so you guys know, there's a bear back there. And we said,
we're getting pretty close.
In what way?
To the end of the hike at this point. We have a bridge ahead of us to cross, and he was like, the bridge is the final thing before the parking lot.
You're at the parking lot again.
So he was up by the bridge.
Which is the picnic area, and we were like,
oh, we gotta go that way.
we have to go that way. There's no other route. And he was like, it seems okay as long as the mom's not around. Just keep an eye on. I was like, oh, yeah, as long as the mom's not around, we should be okay.
Yeah, the famous situation that usually is when it ends bad. It's that specific situation.
The bear, the animal that is famously associated with being a ferocious mother. Right. Sure do hope she's not around.
Let's fingers crossed.
But we get there and we aren't seeing it for a minute.
We see a group of guys that are all probably 65 and up, burnt to the crisp red. They've got their red, white, and blue button-ups on, and they are grilling.
Yeah.
And they are not bothered at all.
Not at all.
Which is crazy.
Because about, I'd say 60 feet, 70 feet away.
Right across this small little bridge.
You see a group of people pointing their cameras in one direction, and you look up, and up on this little ledge.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, wow, that's a bear.
There's a bear.
I'll tell you this, they are so cute in person and so much bigger than you'd expect.
And it was also one of those things where once we got to that point, I was a little like, if he's running at me, he's running at me.
I guess that's what it is.
I better hope that he stops and we have a moment.
We had a good time. We lock eyes. I would hope that the bear mall and me would stop, look me dead in the eyes, give a little nod, or at least just a moment of like, I see you before going on. And then it
puffing
can
into the air.
Yeah.
And then running away.
No, we had a good time yelling, "Hey, bear." That was fun for us.
Hey, bear. Yeah, we did learn that when my family did our cross-country road trip, every park ranger in a certain part of America is like, have fun on the hike, yell "Hey, bear" every 500 feet. You'd be like, okay. So you'd be going.
The key is just don't spook them.
So now my family all the time when we need a little like wake up kind of moment, we'll be like, "Hey, bear. Hey, bear." Because it honestly feels nice on a hike every once in a while to just cast your voice out into the ether.
Yeah. Oh, we were doing some shouting. I was doing my little bird noises when we hit a good little ravine where there would be an echo.
There were some ravines.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
After that hike, though, I'd say about from the beginning of the hike, we knew one thing was happening after this, and that was that we were going to get acai smoothie bowls.
And I think at the start of the hike, we didn't even know that much. I think we just were like, we're gonna eat after this, which even that thought alone was amazing. Mm-hmm. And then someone threw out acai about like 20 minutes into the original hike.
And the way that this one worked, because you're going to a waterfall, you're going down for a lot of the way there. So it's not that you're going up a ton ever, but there are some parts where you got to climb. And so during those moments, we were really saying to ourselves, acai. It was really nice. It was a good like grounding thing and a reminder like, hey, you're going to be out of the sun eating a smoothie bowl.
On the way back, it really did become like this was the heartbeat of what's getting us home.
Yeah, because we didn't pay for the adventure pass, right? So like we have to go up about a half mile, more than that probably.
You'd be like, it's over, enough for us.
I think it was more than a half
for
mile.
Everybody.
I think it was.
And it's the most in the sun, straight up part of this whole shebang.
But again, if you get the adventure pass, it's like a chill out.
And I think we know that now.
Yeah, we do.
And that's fine.
Yeah, but anyways, after that, we finally took the plunge and went to a franchise of this acai place we've seen around but never gone to called Uba Tuba.
I had never seen it.
So I'd always clocked it but never gone in, and we went in there and we had a lovely girl behind the counter helping us out.
Absolutely lovely.
She was encouraging us to take as many samples as we wanted because they had different flavors. We were trying things. Every flavor of a taste, we were all going, oh!
And dare I say, she was feeding off of our energy, I think, in a way. Like, she was putting out good energy, so we were giving it back, and I think we were vibing.
Yeah.
We were all like, this is fun. We're having fun.
We all got our bowls, polished them off completely. It felt amazing. Then we parted ways, came back, and had a little bit of rest/nap time.
Oh, isn't that lovely? And then we felt recharged to start a pregame, which you might be like, whoa. No. It was our version of pregame, which just meant turning on music videos and maybe cracking open a cold one.
Yeah.
And just hanging.
Because the whole thing is, if we were planning to go out dancing, and we did, and knowing that, we were like, we have to go out later. That said, we don't want to wear ourselves out. Yeah.
We've been together all day. We can kind of
chill out,
rest in these moments, but get ourselves internally hyped.
From the barbecue the day prior, we had leftover snacks that we've been able to just like munch on, which is great.
So pulling those out and get ourselves excited for the night that laid ahead.
And cannot stress enough how lovely it is to just let go of all, just any hindrances that hold you back from slapping on some music videos on your television with some friends on the couch.
And you might be like, I don't really have any music videos I like. Start exploring.
You do. Yeah, guys.
Find a song you like and be like, whoa, I never thought this would be the music video.
Think of an artist you like that you're like, they seem kind of kooky. I bet they're doing something kooky visually with one of their songs. Go ahead and hop that.
Literally at one point, I think we were playing the Pitch Perfect finale. Again, it can be anything. Turn anything on. And Sydney goes, this is my dream pregame.
Yeah.
And we went, I'm singing la, 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 la. Guys, that movie, dare I say perfect? Well, it needs some the costuming needs help.
The costuming, and I wish she was a little less mean.
But energy, yeah, she's a little mean in the beginning for me, but fun at the end, huh?
Yeah.
So Ubatuba rest dance time.
Yeah, then we head out.
We've charged up. We've listened to some music videos. So we've listened to some Pitbull.
Yeah. We were going out dancing. We went to the first spot, got in there, and we were dancing 45 minutes to an hour, just straight up dancing. And it was...
It was the perfect amount of crowded where it was like, other people are here dancing. The lights are cool. The music's fun. But
you're not hitting anybody.
I'm not running into people. I have room to be doing the dance moves I want to be doing.
Yeah.
With my friends.
Yeah. It was truly lovely. And because, like, again... Once you get there and you're like, oh, $20 drinks, maybe not, but I'm here to dance and I'm having a great time. It was lovely, though.
It was really ideal for, like, stepping into the night where it was like, we're not even having to do a lot of social emoting. We're doing something that feels pretty freeing.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
the lights are, like, dark. Like, it's not, like, club lights or anything, but it is, like, it's dim enough and they have fun colored lights and it's just, like, nobody's looking at anybody. Everybody's just dancing.
Going out in the field can look like dancing, guys. And honestly, I think for everybody, you should be dancing at least a little.
Wait a minute. Is that a dancer in the outfield?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
I'm saying it loud. It's Pitch Perfect 4 dancers in the outfield.
And also, Florence Welch is the one in the outfield dancing.
Oh, yeah.
In my mind, yeah.
She hasn't been in the movie this whole time. And this is actually the part that plays after the credits.
They hyped up her cameo for months, leaving the craziest Easter eggs, and then she was in the after credits scene.
Yeah. But it is a little bit of like, whoa, Florence will return.
As the angel in the outfield.
I'm singing la, 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 la. Okay, so we did the dancing. Exciting,
right.
Energized. The thing about this was we had with us in our attendance one
singular
straight man.
Straight guy. And now that's actually higher numbers. That's 100% higher numbers than we are accustomed
100%. We are not usually batting with those numbers. So here's the thing. Honestly, and a delightful one. I'll say that.
A delightful one. Listen,
that we really
if
enjoy.
you're dating one of our pals, you're going to be a delightful one. Let's be clear about that.
A good kid. And
a good kid.
He's kind of in this sports movie. You know how there's always a new kid? He's the new kid.
Yeah, he's the new kid.
He's the new kid.
He's the new kid that's like from out of town and got like a little bit of like a backstory that you're like,
what is that?
What's up with that?
Where's that come from? And then soon you'll find out the backstory.
Yeah.
But we were out with him, and there was something to that was a little freeing.
Freeing. Having one on our side is nice occasionally.
Being like, I feel a little safer than I would if he wasn't here.
I'm feeling a little emboldened right now.
And I'm having fun with him. This is a night I want to be dancing with everybody.
And it's nice to just know that, that presence alone does make a difference, which is crazy to also realize.
It is crazy to realize, but we don't need to break that down in that
moment.
I'll say that.
We're playing ball. Don't worry about it. We're not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it right now.
So I think unintentionally, we were feeling pretty good.
We were feeling pretty good. And we already had in our minds, everybody in that group was like, we're getting on a rooftop tonight.
That had been a goal that was set from the beginning. Surprise, we had not revealed that information. Again, we said, do not do this. Do not do what we do in this episode.
Don't do it. And it's not just because it's dangerous, but it's also just because it's like
don't.
Don't.
Sorry.
And if you do,
and I'm sorry that we did it.
And if you do, you never knew us. You know what I mean? Anyways, we wanted to get on a rooftop.
And so Jillian had some ways.
Mm-hmm.
She had some ideas, and she followed some pages that are like legal ways to do it. That's this is open to the public. Like it might be like a library rooftop or something like that.
You're having to go up 18 different flights of stairs, but you're fine. Also, interesting thing about having oh my goodness,
I just had a Rube Goldberg thing falling.
Interesting thing about having a male on our side is that we were okay with walking for 20 minutes. So
and we so here's what happened. We went out dancing. Whoa, that's like supercharging with your friend group. If you're dancing with your friend group, you're supercharging. Now this straight man is adding an additional interesting
layer of strange protection that
so
you are feeling.
We're feeling it. We're having fun, and then we immediately trespass.
Okay, no. I don't think that it counts as trespassing. I don't think it counts as trespassing because there is a bar in that facility.
Yeah,
and we're not breaking and entering anything.
No,
it's an open space, open doors.
And I want to say I feel like this is again.
And we knew our way around this place. We've been here before as customers.
It wasn't a big deal, but don't do it.
Don't do it.
So here's what happened. We go to a specific hotel
that we have been to before.
We've eaten at this bar and this restaurant. We have been patrons of this place.
We've stayed at this hotel.
Yeah. So we end up finding the elevator. A good start.
Because you just go in, and there's also, it's
Gotta
a
go
very opulent old Hollywood
Yeah.
look. Like, it's really cool. And so a lot of times people are just, like, milling around. When they're
Yeah.
staying there, a big thing is, like, people are going exploring.
And I also, a lot of these downtown hotels do have rooftops.
Yeah.
Like they do have, so we were going around, we were poking around.
Maybe this one has a rooftop.
Clicking the top floors, looking around. We pretty quickly find a staircase that gets us the answers we want.
And the staircase was a different type of staircase, not the kind of like with the carpeted staircase, more of a different type of staircase.
But we went,
And
that
we said,
feels
wow.
promising.
And we start flying up.
Because if we're in, we
We're
gotta
in.
go.
And if you're in, you got to move fast.
You gotta move fast, don't be lingering. So we skedaddle up. Guys, we do reach Pinnacle. We do reach the rooftop
And when we
of this
do,
hotel.
we're gagged. Seeing my brother turn around as she's up in front of me on the stairs, turning around and going,
Because as two people who went to a town that was having a lot of buildings that were being renovated in college, we were doing a lot of roof climbing.
Yeah.
So we've been on a lot of roofs in our days.
don't ever throw things off the top. Don't ever touch
Don't
anything.
get off the top in an
Don't
unsafe
try
way.
and break any doors or windows or locks. Just get up there, look around, and get down.
So we get up there. I am looking around and I am going, oh my gosh. Because this is a Fortnite map. This place is orange.
Yeah, it
and
was really
looks
crazy
like a
looking.
jungle gym.
Yeah, and it had like a ton of different structures on top. Like it's a flat square roof, but then there's a ton of structures up on top of it, so it really is like a
Pieced
maze.
around. It was really wild. We get up there. We're poking around for a little bit.
Yeah.
We're seeing different angles of the city going, wow.
Yeah, we're seeing different angles of the city. At one point, I'm looking and I'm seeing a camera on a corner, and I'm going, noted. Don't. Of course that's there because we've all seen the documentaries of the Cecil Hotel. Of course you're going to have it. If you're going to be a rooftop in downtown Los Angeles, yeah, you're going to have some cameras up there just to keep an eye on things.
And then there's one door
That is wide open.
that is glowing. That is lit up. It
And
is
humming.
almost dusk. It is nighttime now. Nighttime has fallen. There is one door. Again, remember, it was a Fortnite vibe, but now the lights are turning down. This room is lit up. There appears to be a lot of technology in this room. A lot of technology. I gotta go in.
And it felt a lot like the Stanley Parable game if you've ever played
If you've
it.
played Stanley Parable, it was a little bit of that like liminal space vibe because we walk in and there's nothing but probably every computer that's keeping this hotel running.
I'll say this. We walked in there, and that's when I was kind of like, okay, I've noticed the cameras. They've definitely, if they know we're here, they know we're here. So we got to just like, let's get back down.
And I just had to look around for 2 more
Yeah, yeah,
seconds.
yeah. And she
And
did, and
just
then
to be like, we're in. We may
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
see
yeah.
what
We
this
gotta
is.
see what's going
Honestly, it was just like a desk, which was a little spooky because nobody was there, but it looked like someone had writing something there.
It looked like
It was
somebody was
just, like,
going to walk in
numbers,
at
though.
any moment.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, yeah.
so like, anyways.
Yeah. So we were like, let's get down. We're going down. We're going pretty quick.
Yeah.
Then we're kind of talking a little bit, being like, let's
Yeah,
go.
but
That's
we're
fine.
moving
blah,
pretty
blah.
quick. Then we hear a voice that we don't recognize.
We know all the voices that we've hung out with. One of the voices, again, like we said, is new. But it didn't sound like him.
It sounded like a different voice, and that voice said, "Hey guys."
And so we
got spooked.
In that moment, it does seem like we could be the guys. Situation. I'm
That-
not looking around, not seeing anybody, but it does feel like
Because
I
this
might
feels
be
like a
the,
crazy
"Hey, guys,"
staircase
that's
for
there.
somebody to just be in, right? But also, this
Hey, guys.
hotel is known for being haunted.
And
in
we
a sense.
did run into other people.
Could have been a ghost.
Could have been a
We
ghost.
did run into other
We did run into
people.
other people on that stairwell
Right.
too. So
We keep going.
something tells us they were talking to us. So we get down into one of the hallways. We're scared of Adeline. Then we hear it again, and it's there.
And we have rehearsed.
It's a hallway, and we can't avoid this.
We
thing
have
that's
rehearsed
behind
for this
us.
moment. We had
All
all
night.
decided we were going to be in this hotel. This is the hotel room we're in here. If we're here, and if we get called, we'll just like walk out, be very friendly, whatever. That
I swear,
happens.
I'm not trying to give us a cliffhanger here. We're gonna have to give you a cliffhanger.
Our camera's about
We'll
to
be right back.
right.
There's no crying in baseball.
But there are angels in that outfield.
And that Florence Pugh. No, not Florence Pugh.
Well-
Well, that's the third one.
Yeah, Florence Pugh is the other angel in the outfield.
New angel in the outfield. New Florence. New angel, new Florence. So welcome back. We left you off on a bit of a cliffhanger on our last story. What happened? I know that you're
What
begging.
happened? We heard a voice. Well, we heard a voice confronted with our the reality of what we were doing. We heard a voice, and I thought in that moment, surely someone in this group will remember what we rehearsed over and over and over and over and over again, right?
Which was to, if you at any point get talked to or so get asked your room number, because that's most likely what they're going to ask you, all you got to say is 305.
305.
Say it with confidence. Say it with your chest. We practiced. And then the moment came.
And our whole group quiet. We are just deer in
are.
the headlights. I'm hoping maybe our dude will help out. Maybe this dude we got along with is nothing. Crickets, baby.
We are silently skedaddling down this bright red hallway, and we hear, guys, what room are you in?
Yeah.
And now the time has come.
Yeah, now the time has come. So we stop. I turn around. I say, quieter than I've ever said anything.
Oh, and we're still moving. We're still booking. We're not really looking at this person.
305.
305.
And he said, this is your first and final warning. And we were like,
He said 305. And then we kind of slow down. Yeah, he books it past us.
yeah, we pretend to, we're like, all right, well, clearly now he knows that we're staying here, obviously. So we could just kind of, we'll slowly. So we get into an elevator. Do not press the rate. We're with another employee. We're like, all
Didn't think
right.
about that. And then we
Get on out of there. Try to so cool take a picture, just being like, wait, guys,
just really,
do you want to
guys,
get a
really
picture real quick before?
we all scared to death. I'll probably put the photo up here. Maybe not, but
We are
maybe.
so scared.
We all are scared to death of this photo. Tell us if you could tell. And so then we skedaddled and we went home. And
Yeah, we
rested.
skedaddled and we were like, wow, that was the adrenaline rush I needed.
So
See, guys, that's the thing. You don't need to actually really break any serious laws to get that rush.
so don't do that.
Don't do it.
But that is what we did.
That is what we did.
So then after that, we had Sunday, which famously
Sunday.
comes after Saturday, and we had been invited to a miraculous event in our city at the museum called LACMA. And
Los Angeles Contemporary Museum of Art.
how you like them apples?
Yeah.
How you like them?
We don't just
LACMAs?
know the acronym, baby.
So we get there because we've been invited to this opening of a new building.
And it's so interesting because the opening of a new building at an art museum is one that doesn't have art in it yet. So it was kind of just like an empty cinder block building, which was pretty sick.
Because I was like, I think it's gonna be the first and the last time I may ever be on an empty museum.
And I'll tell you this, guys, those floors and those walls had us wanting Heelys more than anything.
They had me saying, "Take me out to the ball." We do have to tell them. Okay, guys. So we don't have fully the idea behind our first musical in place. It will happen one day. But we do think a good ballad song that could one day be performed by every teen girl alto performing at the Jimmy Awards could be a lovely rendition.
Heartbreaking rendition.
Heartbreaking, soul-wrenching rendition
Of
Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
And the premise here is that think of it like Waitress when she's singing the "It's Not Easy to Say." Think about that song, but like kind of with this of a woman making a decision after her husband has brought her to the ballpark instead of to a lovely restaurant because he's only doing what he wants instead of what she wants.
All she wanted for their 20th anniversary was a nice dinner.
And she made the reservation for it, yeah.
Is that too much to ask? And yet here she finds herself for the third time this year at a baseball game.
The ball game.
And so she's singing, "Take me out to the ball game." You see the irony of it? You see like the quotes around it? She's
Take me out to the crowd.
to the crowd. Yes, please. I'd love to be out when you're
Yeah,
a
I
crowd.
love
I'd love to
crowds.
be out in a busy place where I can't hear myself think.
And yeah, we've got a reservation for a steak dinner later.
But I know I don't want that. I actually would rather have some peanuts.
And Cracker Jacks.
So she's getting drunker at this point, if that wasn't clear. She's got a martini
I
glass,
don't
but it's
care
filled
if
with beer.
I ever get back.
Oh, sorry. She's sipping a martini out
Yeah.
of a soda cup.
Yeah.
So it's root for the home team. She's being like an ironic, like sexy. Ooh,
And
root
if
for the
they
home
don't
team.
win, it's a shame.
But here's where it gets a
This
little
is where it gets
slower, a
emotional.
little
It
heavier.
slows down.
Because she said that, and that was kind of where she reached the pinnacle of being like, "Whoa, I've got this is more
Wow,
about
this is more.
me.
This isn't even
I
about
need
like
to
the
check-
ball game necessarily. This is
really what's
about.
happening here." And she goes, "Because it's one, sure."
And then she thinks back to the other games when he's brought her here and he hasn't thought about her. It's 2.
But when it's 3,
Your
strikes out at the old ball
game.
And again, this is gonna be musical, so that will be her big belting moment.
Yeah,
Old ball game.
We're obviously marking
It's gonna
right
be more
now
of a
because
game to
we
it,
haven't
you
done
know?
our warm ups and we.
Yeah. It's gonna be a bit more of a Roxy Hart moment for her. But so, think
Right.
about that. Picture that.
Hold on to that for yourself, right?
So
then after
Saturday.
LACMA we did rest. And this was Sunday. After LACMA we
Sunday.
did rest, and then we went to go see F1. We'll keep F1 short and sweet because let's be real, it caught us by surprise. I was not expecting to like this movie. I have never even. I still don't know anything about F1, but I
the
do
new
know.
guy in it.
Yeah, we knew he was.
We knew one thing.
We had seen a picture of him at the Met Gala and gone, who is that?
Yeah, I knew that I wanted to see that man in IMAX. And we did.
And it was awesome.
Blue slushy.
Blue slushy.
Row 4.
Large old popcorn.
We are
I've spilled half of my water bottle in my purse.
multiple times. Mills and I are going, is that really how F1 works?
Do they really have technology like that?
We gotta start watching F1.
I didn't know they were doing like sensors and crazy monitors on cars, but I guess they are.
I didn't know it was a team sport.
What do you mean? And that's the whole thing.
I know they got buddies.
It
a
rocked
lot
our
of-
world.
If you know anything about what's going on with the sock thing, we kind of missed something. The sock thing seemed really important at the end of the movie, but I wasn't
Here's what we know
aware
for
when
sure.
it was introduced to the movie.
However many times you think you've seen like Hans Zimmer pop off, he's gonna keep popping off in different ways that you can't even imagine.
Getting to see that credit pop up at the beginning and being like, oh my god, Hans
I'm in
Hans
good
Zimmer this movie.
hands.
And then it's a little bit of like a and you're
you're
like,
like,
oh my
wait
god,
a
I'm in great
minute.
hands.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
you're like,
he
oh,
took new chances too. There was a moment that felt like a Love Island transition with music. Complimentary, baby.
big,
Yeah,
complimentary.
complimentary.
We that was a needle drop when we needed it, baby.
People were clapping in the theater.
Yeah.
It was a kiss.
So we enjoyed it.
We had a great time.
So that got us again more in the sports mood. And so we wanted to talk to you guys about being outdoors, metaphorically or literally.
And just getting out there in general, engaging with the world around you. And I know that that's one of our key things that we constantly are saying.
But I think what's beautiful about the summer is that it provides so many different flavors of opportunities to get outside and get in your community.
Get in your community, whether that's your direct community by hosting something in your backyard at home base.
A movie night outside, perhaps, or maybe even inside. Maybe you just sit outside and eat dinner and then move inside for a movie night.
Maybe you're in the infield and you're at a museum in your town, or you're going to a movie and really walking around the small businesses that you're walking by.
I bet your town has a museum. Go check it out. You're going to go, wow, I had no idea that there used to be a water fountain in that street.
Yeah.
I drive that street every day. Something fun to do. You could go to Shakespeare in the Park. That's one of the things that we're excited to do this summer.
Yeah. You can go to the outfield. Be willing to drive a little bit. Look for those bodies of water that you're like hoping to dive into. Because especially in the summer, look for a body of water.
Go on a little bit. If you have a weekend off, because a lot of people's works do give, I don't want to say a lot of people, but some people's works do give them like off for maybe an extended week, like summer hours in the evening, or like your work from home. So like take advantage of that. Go somewhere fun. Do a little day trip if you can.
Do a little day trip.
Take the time.
You know you wanna.
And get on the field.
Get on the field, guys. Just get
Get
out
on
there
the
in some way.
field.
You can do it alone and you can appreciate the world around you and like really engage with it, but it really is just going to be better with a pal if you want to pass. So your challenge for the week
Is get on the field.
and you know what? Dang, maybe pick up a glove if you want to receive something and play pass with a pal.
Hell, even pick up a ball.
Woo! You want to throw something out there to the world around you, and I'll say it. Maybe even try out a bat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe even try out a bat.
Hit a grand slam with your life.
Get some chalk. Go to a parking lot.
Go to a parking lot. Get a good blanket. Call it a picnic.
Picnic. Pick up some hummus.
Pick up some hummus. Maybe if you see any like flowers that have fallen from a tree or something that look pretty, pick it up.
Look for a drive-in. Again, I
Ooh,
know we were just
yeah,
listing the
a
bucket list things,
drive-in.
but I think we're adding a little bit of the flair of like doing it like outside.
Yeah, look for fun public pools. Don't think too hard and jump in.
Oh.
Guys, real quick before we go, we have covered all the other bases.
We've covered it. I think we've covered
Yeah, we've covered them. That feels good. So if you want to just check out of the episode right now, that's totally fine. This
But
is
if you
something that
wanna
is
hang
this is a
around-
personal message real quick that I need to get off my chest. And it actually is disgusting that I've overthought it. So again, that I've overlooked it again. So again,
If you want to know the contents of like if you want to stay or not, there was one more piece to
a
Friday
disaster
night.
happened this weekend.
The Cats Friday night, again, while we had a grand slam of a weekend, we had a bit of a bump right at the end.
There
And
was
it's
a big
okay.
strikeout that struck me to my core.
That happens. It happens.
So if you want to stick around for that, feel free. And it's going to happen right now. Listen. I'm going to take off my glasses because I want them to know that I'm serious with this. Crumble cookie. Now, we are two lovers of sweet treats. So we have frequented your establishment, especially ever since you opened one in walking distance to us. That was not okay, though.
That was game changing.
Regardless, there is a cookie at your establishment titled I'm fine. Titled The Cornbread Cookie. I'm speaking in past tense, but it is actively, on your rotating menu. If you are unfamiliar with Crumble Cookie, it is a cookie company. Don't get lost on the word cookie. It's more than that.
They're experimenting a lot lately with like cakes and other options.
So there is a cookie they have there called the Cornbread Cookie. I am already an avid lover of cornbread, and if you work at Crumble, this is where I'm calling you in right now. If you know anybody that works at Crumble, because their menu is rotating, so they only will do flavors like twice a year, really. That cornbread cookie, the first time I tried it changed my life. I went back and I got another box of them, and I had like 2 in the box that were cornbread cookies. I blazed through those cookies. And for the last 6, 7, 8 months, I have thought to myself and known, well, that cookie, they always do it in the summertime, so it's going to be great. Last week, they did that cookie.
She's on it. She's on fire, people.
It was there. It was there. I knew it was there. However, I didn't find out until a little bit later in the week until I realized, oh my goodness, 4th of July is usually when they do the cornbread cookie drop. I go to their account on Friday. I see.
You guys see where this is going?
I see a reel of a cornbread cookie, and it's the cornbread cookie and all these different shots with the buttercream frosting that I love so much. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to get my cookie this weekend. And I'm not just going to get one cookie. I've talked about this for a long, yes?
Sorry, just wanted to, may I offer
Please.
A little bit of my perspective in
I'm
this?
so sorry.
No. I just want to be able
I
to
got lost
bracket this back to you for a second. Hey, you're back here. You're back here now. I just want to give my POV on this as well, because it was crazy from my angle as well, because when you hear your pal pretty early in the week go, oh my God, they have the cornbread cookie. They have the cornbread cookie. Oh my God. And then when you're having an amazing weekend, you're not even thinking about it, to be honest. And then Sunday rolls around, and you finally have a bit of downtime. And you know, because you've been burned all too well. Y'all, one too many times. Crumble's not open on Sundays. And that cornbread cookie is gone. That was tough. Because not only that, she'd been planning. You had a plan. And her plan was going to be, she was going to buy 4. And she was going to eat 1, she's going to freeze the other 3. But then that quickly, within a 45-second conversation, turned into, I'll buy 8.
They don't do it often.
No. That's what I'm saying. It makes sense. It's like when, I feel like grandmas used to do that a lot when, you would be doing the cookie dough sales. Did you ever do that?
Mm-hmm,
It was that where it's like, you may as well stock up on it.
Yeah.
I feel that way about Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. So I did not, though. I realized on Sunday night that I had overlooked it. On Saturday, I had even said, oh my goodness, in between hiking and dancing later, I'm going to get my crumbled cookie. I was so sleepy after that hike. I really tuckered myself out. So when I took my shower and I put on my fluffy bathrobe and I went horizontal, I was asleep. No cookies on the mind. And then to wake up the next day and realize I had lost, and I kept saying, because it's true, this is a top, and I do not say this lightly, this is a top 5 treat for me.
Yeah, I would say she was wailing that at about 5 times. I would say 5 times an hour is the rate we were going, being like, this is like a top 5 treat for me. And she was going through different waves of being sad and then a little angry, where you were like, oh no, she's mad. And then a little, then just sad again. It was tough. It was tough to watch your pal go through. And I was trying my best. I was going, we got ice cream. Oh no, we're out of that. Going, oh, we got the one that we kind of didn't love that much. We had the banana pudding though.
Meanwhile, I'm looking up crumble cornbread cookie knockoff recipe.
We did venture into
looking at the pictures of those. They don't look the same.
Maybe we make it. But I think if we made ourselves a honey enough cornbread.
If you know anybody that works at Crumble Cookie, is there any way for me to get that cookie now? Is there anything?
Please, hey, this is a favor
we can do, because I'm not going to stop talking about it. I think it was 2022, I was messaging Lenny and Larry's for about 6 months until they finally just sent me a free cookie. That's all I wanted.
I do think, though, the cornbread one does come around more than twice a year. I think it's coming around 3 or 4 times a year. I think she'll come again before we know it. I want us to rest in that. I know. I know, and I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to say that your pain isn't valid, because it is. It is, and I'm sorry. And it would have been a great cap to this weekend. So I do think we should go mess around with some. Yeah. I think that could be a part of our getting out there. We try to make our own cornbread. Right. That's kind of fun. Yeah. That's kind of fun.
See, we learn from our own words sometimes, too.
Dolly Parton's got a peach cobbler.
It's not a good.
Life's good, guys.
No, life is good. Make no mistake.
I know, and I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings in this, because again, I am also sad, and I feel sad, mostly sad for you.
Thank you.
So everyone, if you could pour one out for Millicent or find us the exact recipe that Crumpled Cookie uses and email it to heytherepals.com, please. Please.
And
Have a good one. Get out there.
get out there.
Whammy! Wow, we weren't whammying as much as I thought we would.
That's because
I mean,
did
we
it
were
all at the
metaphorically whamming. Whammy!
Whammy!
House. Oh, yeah.